Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Emergency Management Associates. We're coming to you from the Area Command 392 miles west of Kitty Hawk Beach, North Carolina. We want to welcome everybody here to our program tonight. Folks, we are going to wait just a few more minutes just to make sure that people are here. Hi, buddy. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Emergency Management Associates. We're coming to you from the Area Command 392 miles west of Kitty Hawk Beach, North Carolina. Welcome to everybody who has joined this program tonight. We're going to wait just a few more minutes until we see people in the chat. I want to make sure we have everybody here that is going to be joining us. I also want to wait until we get a 5x5 telling us our sound is okay. How is our sound, everyone? Juanito, how's our sound? Is our sound good or is it crackling? Juanito is the first person in here. Hello, Juanito. It's good to see you. Yes, I'm a little bit earlier than normal. I've got all my material here to start tonight. I have a lot of things to talk about, and I want to make sure we have people here. How is our sound tonight? Is it crackling or is it okay? How are we doing tonight with the sound? Can you give me 5x5, please? I'm just waiting to make sure our sound is okay. Juanita says 5x5. That's awesome. That's exactly what we wanted. I appreciate that, everyone. Welcome to Emergency Management Associates, guys. Welcome here. We're coming to you from the EMA headquarters, the Area Command, 392 miles west of Kitty Hawk Beach, North Carolina. Thank you very much for being here tonight. I am joined by one of my favorite pals here in our family. This is Holly. Say hi there, everyone. Hello, everybody. My name's Holly. This is one of our dogs. We also have Crystal here, but she's not come into my office. A few minutes ago, Holly hopped in my lap and wanted to be here with me, but I have a feeling she wants me to put her down now. She got scared late last night, early this morning, by a smoke alarm that was chirping. The battery had gone dead and I had to replace it, and she was scared out of her mind. So anyway, now we're getting some crackling. Isn't that a joke? This is Holly. Say hi there, everyone. Hello, everybody. My name's Holly. This is one of our dogs. We also have Crystal here, but she's not come into my office. A few minutes ago, Holly hopped in my lap and wanted to be here with me. I have a feeling she wants me to put her down now. You want to get down? She got scared late last night, early this morning, by a smoke alarm chirping. Okay, if there's any more crackling, would you guys please let me know? Juanito says, hey Ron, they're still playing with the dolls. Yes, Juanito and his wife sent us some dolls that Juanito's wife made, and yes, they love them. They chew on them, they throw them up into the air and catch them and bat them around with their feet. It's hilarious. They're playing with the toys. It's awesome. Thank you, Juanito. Again, tell your wife how much our Holly and Crystal love their toys. They're awesome. They're little dolls, maybe about yay high. They're really cool. Anyway, I want to talk to you what's going on, okay? Yesterday we talked about Iceland, okay? This is Iceland yesterday, okay? The fissure that had opened up in Iceland has calmed down. The fissure has lessened in length. At the height of the eruption, the fissure was about 3.5 kilometers long, just about a mile and a half long. The fissure has gotten less and less now. The fissure might be 1,500 feet long. But the eruption has calmed down. Now, by calmed down, it's not going, the fountains are not going as far up as they were. At the height of the eruption, the fountains were up at 150 feet high. The fountains are not that now. They're a lot less. Now, with that said, I want to make sure everybody understands what's going on there today. Okay? I'm going to be talking about what's happening. Okay? I want to make sure everybody gets it. Okay? I think it's very important that everybody understands what is going on. Yesterday we talked about the Blue Lagoon. The Blue Lagoon is right next to the Svartsengi power plant. Okay? The Icelandic contractors built a great huge earthen wall around the power plant and around the Blue Lagoon. They built a huge earthen wall that was about 40 feet high. They wanted that wall to withstand any lava that would come up to it. And they've figured it out. Okay? The earthen wall held the lava at bay. It held the lava at bay all around the Svartsengi power plant. And I'm going to show you that right here. This is a Svartsengi power plant. And you can see the earthen wall that protects the power plant. Okay? It's huge. The power plant and the Blue Lagoon Spa are just fine. With that said, Grindavik is also just fine. They built the earthen wall first around Grindavik, and then they went to work over at the earthen wall around Svartsengi power plant and the Blue Lagoon. They protected both areas. Okay? Completely protected both areas. They're fine. They're completely fine. Okay? I want to show you this. Look at this. This photo was taken yesterday on top or from on top of the earthen wall that's protecting the city. This earthen wall, like I said, is 40 feet high. There's no way that the lava can even approach Grindavik or the highway, go over the highway again. They've dug down. It's protected. Okay? Everything is just fine. Now, I'm going to talk more about what is happening. Okay? I first want to show you the map. Okay? The map here on this red line is where the fissure opened up. Okay? About 3.5 kilometers long, 1.5 miles. Notice where Grindavik is. Okay? Grindavik is over on the left bottom side of this map. The southern side of the fissure poured out lava headed for the town of Grindavik. The wall protected the city from damage. The first time, the last time the fissure opened up, it was close to Grindavik, and there was actually two fissures that opened up. One was closer to Grindavik, and it came in and destroyed 3 people's homes. This time, the lava headed in 2 directions. One, actually 3 directions. One towards Grindavik, and another lava line went towards the power plant and the Blue Lagoon. Both earthen walls protected those areas. There was a third lava field. It went down towards the strand that we talked about last night, the Southern Strand Highway. As we reported last night, the lava has not gone any farther than it was last night. Okay? It is still 200 to 300 meters, 200 to 300 yards north of the Southern Strand Highway. Surstranden is how they pronounce it there. Surstrandarvegar. Okay? It's north about 200 to 300 yards away. The lava field has not gone any further, and as I reported last night, that part of the lava field has hardened. Okay? Yes, there are pools of lava further north, and if those pools of lava got out, they might cause that lava field to go further south. But so far, the Southern Strand Highway is safe. And the 3 other ranches or farms are safe as well because they are south of the highway. Now, if it happens, the lava could meet and go down to the sea. Right now, they don't believe it will. The chief of police in that area, Grindavik area, says they have now allowed the Grindavik residents who work in Grindavik to stay and work in the town. They've allowed the Grindavik residents and those who work in Grindavik to stay and work in the town. For this reason, there is no threat of lava into Grindavik. There is little or no movement of the lava flow, whether it's Svartsengi or the Surstrandarvegar. However, it's not recommended that people stay or work in the town at night. Pollution in the danger zone. We talked about this also last night. SO2, sulfur dioxide, and CO2, carbon dioxide, fumes are in the air because of the lava field that is so fresh still. And as a result of the fountaining lava at the fissure area, that smoke and ash from the fissure that has gone up is causing ash to fall in the Grindavik and fall in the southern area. When the wind changes, it blows it north or south. Okay? It is colorless, so is carbon dioxide. Nobody would even know unless they have a meter measuring the air quality. They're allowing them to go back into Grindavik, but they don't necessarily recommend staying there right now. There is no threat of lava flow into Grindavik. There is little or no movement of the lava flow, period, whether it's, like I said, at Svartsengi or Surstrandarvegar. It's not recommended that people stay and work there. Pollution in the danger zone is being closely monitored. Today, the wind direction is favorable, and the pollution from the lava flow is not observed in Grindavik at all. If and when there is a risk of the air pollution, air quality that threatens health, access to Grindavik may be restricted at that point. Those who have business in Grindavik are advised to regularly check the air quality in the area. They can go to the Environmental Agency website for Iceland and find out what they say. The Icelandic government is monitoring that area closely for air pollution and air quality because of the eruption, the lava in the area. They have had ash that's falling from this eruption. That is one thing that they did not have to contend with this past 3 eruptions. This one they're having to contend with. Now, I wish I had a picture to show you of Haley's hair. Haley's hair is dangerous. Okay? Haley being seen right now. Let me take down this map. Paley's hair is thin black strands that come from the magma as it's, or the lava that is ejected from the fissure. As it comes up there, if there's any wind at all, any breeze at all, it breaks off these thin strands of lava as it cools, and it's called Paley's hair. This is one thing that they have contended with in Hawaii. And they're contending with it here as well. If that Paley's hair is ingested by breathing it in, then it can affect and cut up your esophagus. It can cut up airway. If it gets down into your lungs, it can contaminate and cut up your lungs as well. It's all it is thin strands of glass. So this is what they're having to contend with as well. Ash and Paley's hair. Also, the air pollution, the sulfur dioxide in the air and the carbon dioxide. Okay? The eruption started on Saturday night. This eruption has outlasted the 3 other past eruptions, and it's erupting turbulence has been fairly stable over the past 2 days, which is an indication that the power of the eruption has not decreased, according to the Icelandic Met Office. Land also is continuing to rise at Svartsengi. We explained before that there is that huge magma chamber down beneath the Svartsengi power plant. Land is continuing to rise there, okay, which indicates the magma is still flowing into that area from deep within the magma system there at Iceland. It's feeding this current eruption. The magma comes into that huge magma chamber at Svartsengi, and it's pushed out northbound where this current eruption is happening. The activity of the eruption is still in the same area. At the south end of the fissure, there have been crater rims that have developed. Crater rims have developed there. Those are what is holding the lava there. If that rim or any of the rims break, it can pour hot lava out of there that's anywhere from 1,500 to 2,400 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? You could pour that new lava out, and then we would have problems. But right now, this present eruption has created several craters there in that lava field. Several craters have developed at that fissure. Okay? There is still some lava jets, fountains going up into the air, but it's not as dangerous as it was. It's not up 100 to 150 feet high. It's also, like I said, not moved any closer to surface or on the later highway. Land deformation means land rises. The measurements are still being put together. The Icelandic Met Office has put GPS machines measuring the land rise. And those measurements should be available to us within the next couple days. They're going to make it possible for the experts to estimate basically in real time with more data and detail the amount of magma that will still flow under Svartsengi and out to future eruptions. Now, if everything holds like it has, this magma underneath the crust is going to still push north. And like I said, the crews that built the earthen wall around the Svartsengi power plant, the Blue Lagoon, and also around Reykjavik are leveled another earthen wall up around Reykjavik, which is the capital of Iceland. They want to protect the airport and they want to protect the town. That's where they're going. Now, gas emissions. Gas
CO2 that this eruption has created has decreased. The lava flow is lessened. There's enough lava to create the emissions that we saw during the previous days. Okay? It's lessened to compare to what it was in the beginning. There still is a possibility that such pollution will be detectable. So they're being very careful around Grindavik and around Grindavik Harbor. The process of the lava flow is being measured and monitored closely. I mentioned a man named Olfar Ludvigsen, who is the police chief in the area. He says that the lava trail that stretches slowly towards Surstrandaveg, the south coast highway, is being closely monitored. He says we are perhaps talking about 200 meters from the edge of the lava down to Surstrandaveg. If it stops erupting and Surstrandaveg doesn't go under the lava, that's the best thing that could still happen to us at this moment. As of 7 a.m. this morning, the lava production is roughly the same as it was yesterday. It's less than it was during the previous days, but it has not gotten higher, and that's a good sign. Okay? Einar Holversson, who's a natural hazard specialist at the Icelandic Met Office, says the greatest jet fountaining activity is still at the southern end of the volcanic fissure. The flow of the lava at the edge of the lava bed at Grindavik has, however, slowed down significantly since yesterday. There was a little seismic activity in the immediate area last night, but a few small earthquakes were recorded at Klavervatn and Fagradalsfjall. Fagradalsfjall is further south over on the Reykjanes Peninsula. Okay? I want to make sure you understand where this all is. There is a chance that the lava tongue in the south will continue to slide and eventually cross the South Coast Highway and then into the sea. There is a small amount of activity, but it has not done so. The lava flow has stopped about 300 yards north of the highway. Jon Hallkur Steingrimsson, who is a geoengineer, said last night that the newest lava was found to be accumulating above and at the top of the lava that flowed Sunday night. Meaning there are several layers now. The lava that laid out Sunday night is covered by newer lava. Okay? We talked yesterday about the workers at the Swartney power plant. Okay? They had measurements there at the power plant showing the gas levels, the SO2 and CO2 emissions. Those gas levels fell. Dangerous pollution, dangerous air quality no longer measured around the power plant Svartsengi, as the conditions have been such that it is safe for staff to return to work. They have machines there constantly monitoring the SO2 and CO2 measurements. There was a lot of gas pollution before noon. A power plant was evacuated for a time yesterday morning after the gas meters warned of high pollution levels. 5 employees were still working at the time at the power plant. Berner Lars Dolter from the utility agency HS Orca, that is a utility company, said the workers would soon return to work, and they have, carrying out their tasks as normal. As I reported yesterday, the defense, and I reported at the beginning of this program tonight, the defensive earthen walls have worked. It is safe to say that the fortifications east of Grindavik have proven their worth. The defensive walls redirected the lava flow away from the town and also away from Svartseng and the Blue Lagoon. It's obviously, had there been no defensive walls made, the lava would have flown into a different and more unfavorable direction. Gas pollution was evident today in Reykjavik, the capital of Iceland. Heavy SO2 readings were seen in Reykjavik today. Okay? The wind direction is now turning southwest for the afternoon, and then the gas pollution could reach the capital area tonight. If it does, there may be some evacuations or orders to stay indoors, closing your windows, closing your fireplace, and making sure that there is no ventilation from outside. It is unlikely that those who are sensitive will feel the effects of the pollution in the air. Weather patterns by late tonight should be felt less and less air pollution in the area. There was an image that I showed you at the beginning of this broadcast. There was an image that was taken from the earthen wall near Svartseng, looking from the defensive wall down the highway. As you saw in that photo, the earthen walls worked. The earthen walls worked. Do we have any questions about Iceland now? I want to make sure we've answered any questions. Betty Zoom says March 19th, snowing in Niagara. Awful day all day. Say snow for the week with cold air. Yeah, I can only imagine, guys. You guys got the worst of the huge weather front across the United States from the West Coast. You know that over in California, they got nailed with heavy rain. $1 million homes slid down the mountains. They slid down the cliffs at the beach. $1 million homes were destroyed. $1 million homes were destroyed, unfortunately. You guys got that storm. As that storm moved eastward, the worst of it swung north. Basically a nor'easter on the northeast coast of the United States. That would include Canada and the United States. It's no wonder that you've seen heavy snow. It's no wonder that you've seen the cold. This morning when I woke up, it was 28 degrees here, below freezing here in Morganton, North Carolina. It's unreal. It's unreal. I hope, Betty, you and your family and others that are in that area can stay warm. I hope your heaters and your gas lines remain such that you guys are not going to feel any huge terror from the cold. And I know it's terror. I know it's terror. Do you guys have any questions about Iceland? I know I belabored this because there's, I think, 3 million people on Iceland. Most of those people are in Reykjavik. Okay? I want to make sure that everybody is aware of it there. If we have anybody that is monitoring this program from Iceland, we have your backs. I will be reporting on the volcano in Iceland until it stops. And if there's any other activity going on that may lead to dangerous conditions in Iceland, we will be talking about it. Also, folks, if you can, please, if you enjoy what you're hearing, please give us a thumbs up. That is just one of the things that will improve us on YouTube. Now, they look at a lot of things. Number one, the amount of time you spend watching our program. Number two, the thumbs up. Number three, the number of comments we get after the program's over. Number 4, they look at the chat. The more people that are chatting, the more YouTube looks at it, saying, hey, this guy's real. He's got a good rapport with these people, and people watching his program are very concerned about his program. So please, if you're monitoring this program, come over to the chat and at least say hi. If you have questions, please ask your questions. We will answer them. Okay? I tell you, I have great concern for all of you. All of you. That is not ever going to stop. Ray Spur said he just got here. Ray, we're thankful that you got here. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. I don't see Don Patoka here. I don't see too many other mods here. I'm sorry about that. I hope they get here. I know they're not being notified when we come on the air. That's typical what we see here on YouTube. YouTube does not like to give us any notifications at all. I see we have 50 people that have given us thumbs up, and for that I'm grateful. Thank you so much. Folks, also, please share this program far and wide. Your family, your extended family, the people you associate with in your neighborhood and all your friends. Tell them about our program. The people you work with, and also the people you will socialize with on social media. Share this program far and wide. We have a great message for all of you, literally. I want to make sure we get people everywhere here. Mr. Boston, welcome. We appreciate you here as well. Now, before I get talking about earthquakes, there are some things I want to discuss with you. Okay? I think it's important. One of the things I want to discuss with you is something that happened during the past few days. Let me pull it up here. Where to go? I know I've talked about politics a great deal on this channel, and occasionally we'll still get that. Pam Miller's here. Thank you for being here, Pam. We appreciate it. Anna's here. Betty Zoom. Everybody's here. Thank you so much. I want to talk about California for a few minutes. This is hard. I live in California myself. I have a great affinity for California. When I lived there, I said I would never leave because of beaches. And that still holds true. I love the beaches there. But now, because of the government there, the crazy governor there, they're imposing a tax to leave California. They're going to impose an exit tax on anyone who leaves California. Newscom, and yes, I do not pronounce his name correctly because I believe him to be scum. I have called him news scum for a very long time, and now the news media has even found that to be interesting, so we've even seen that in the news media. Now, California is beginning charging residents who want to leave with a new exit tax. Finance expert John Williams recently analyzed California's new tax policies, which include the introduction of a wealth tax targeting affluent residents and an exit tax for those relocating out of the state. So they're going to tax even more the people who live there, the people who are affluent, who have money. They're also going to go after those people who try to leave or who leave. These measures, according to Newsom, aim to address California's significant budget deficit. which has now reached $68 billion. $68 billion deficit. This is California's own fault, and it should fall on the shoulders of the governor. He is the one who is responsible for it. The state's approach to increasing revenue involves direct taxation on the assets of the wealthy and those people who want to get away from there. They're going to levy taxes on them. People who want to leave to go to Arizona, who want to go to Texas, who want to go to Florida to get away from this madman dictator, now they're going to those people. Once they find out that they have left California, they're going to nail them, which is very unfortunate. Now, I consider this tax to be taxation without representation. It's a violation of federal law. It's actually a violation of federal law. It should not be allowed. It should not be allowed. Okay? Anyway, do you guys have any questions about this? Let me check down level here. Have left California, they're going to nail them, which is very unfortunate. Now, I consider this it's a violation of federal law. Yeah, okay. Yes, I'm breaking up some. I hope that you guys can understand what we're talking about. Okay? I want you to be able to understand what's going on. I believe this is wrong on so many levels. Okay? It's sad. It's very sad. Newscom has invited people from south of the border and all around the world to come to California. He's called a sanctuary state. San Diego City, for example, has been a sanctuary city for a long time. Now California has a huge homeless population because these people have moved into California, don't have a place to stay. There are no hotels, there are no more homes available. California had a huge homeless population before this even started, and it's gotten worse. Much, much worse. The downtown area of Los Angeles is deplorable. San Francisco, Santa Barbara, and other large cities up and down the coast have homeless defecating on the street. Nobody wants to go there. It stinks. When I was there, it stunk. When my wife and our daughter went to California for a concert years ago, they said it stunk. It reeked. They temporarily cleaned San Francisco when Chinese President Xi visited there. They paid people to wave Chinese flags when he came there, further wasting more dollars from the taxpayer. What's happening now? The situation has got even worse. And I don't believe it's going to be any better anytime soon. It's just not going to happen. Betty Zoom says the fiscal year runs in Canadian budget, but what I have to say on a computer, offices change things. Oh yes. I appreciate you helping me get a new computer. I'm using this computer now. And unfortunately, when I get talking about these things that they don't want talking about, all of a sudden, our audio here goes in the toilet.
What's happening now? The situation's
Anyway, I wanted to talk about California because it's a great toilet. It really is. I used to love California. I used to love going to the beaches. I used to love visiting downtown. When I was a police officer there, I was not working for San Diego City. I was a federal officer. I helped San Diego City clean up part of the downtown. All police were there, San Diego City and other departments came in there and cleaned up downtown. But now it's worse. It's much worse. Before, when I lived outside of the city. I went into the downtown area unarmed. I was always carrying a firearm everywhere I went. Now it's even worse. The downtown area needs to be completely overhauled again. It's too bad. Jehan Ditch says Connecticut is going the same way. Oh yeah. Every state in the Union is having, with all these planes picking up people on the south of the border, bringing them into the United States. It's not just the border areas in Texas and New Mexico and Arizona and California. Biden's people are bringing in on airlines. That's truly the bad thing that's going on. It's not going to get any better. The Communist Democrats want these people here so they'll vote for Biden to keep the Communist Democrats in power for eternity. They're going to lead the country. This is the worst ever. This is now the worst ever. Okay? There was an article in Chicago. We briefly talked about chaos. It's gotten worse. Okay? Chicago is starting its first round of migrant evacuation shelters. Right in the middle of the U.S. migrant crisis. The illegal migrant crisis. It's not getting any better, it's getting worse. Migrants who are receiving housing from the government of Chicago are now being in the first-hand wave of eviction in the city. Chicago's mayor's office said that evictions on Friday this week, but 3 migrants ended up actually being evicted this past week. These illegal migration, well, the aliens are not necessarily illegal, but the immigrants being evicted comes to the state established last November. The migrants can only be sheltered for a maximum of 6 days. Volunteers say out of the policies of chaos. In November, the Chicago City government, in cooperation with the state of Illinois, put out an announcement stating the policy for illegal migrants is changing with the new efforts. One is for the zone, the place where the new illegal migrants are processed. This is in partnership with the state of Illinois. So it's not just the city of Chicago. The state is backing them. Chicago is increasing personnel in the landing zone in the process to arrival of illegal aliens. And they're trying to reunite them with friends and family that have come into the United States. We're a verified sponsor. trouble sponsors. Most of the information that was put out was migrant not verified. Now the migrants, these illegal migrants, have a place to go. The second major effort in this regulation, new regulation of tools to ensure migrant buses running smoothly. The migrant index into Chicago. Chicago regulating these road buses, which are unnecessary logistical obstacles for intake and the lives of the illegal arrivals in danger, particularly which new regulatory tools allow curves in the landing necessity for these illegal migrants and an unloading protocol of the migrants. Last part of the new illegal migrant and the asylum policy has been a stay limit on the time the new arrivals sheltered in the city. Finally, Chicago implemented that stay policy with additional support from Illinois services. The individuals and families shelters. The city will be issuing stay notices based on the arrival date to shelter. All of the press release, Chicago iterated its goal with what it the new arrival to encourage resettling in Chicago. Just a second, I have NCW calling me. Yes, hello. Now we know that YouTube is really stressed up. Yeah. Okay. Tell everybody in the chat that I will be back to my complete this podcast. I'll be leaving this part going to the next language. Thank you. You that are talking to her, please stand by. I'm going to end this broadcast and start so you'll understand what we're saying. I hope you come back and finish with the rest of the program.